Welcome back, everyone. This is our part 2 video of our Introduction to Modern Classroom. Make sure that you have your packet open to page 3 and you have a pen or a pencil so that you can take some notes as you watch this video. Our objective today is exactly the same as it was in our last video. You are going to be able to define what a modern classroom is and how English 10 will work this year. The first thing I want to talk about is how you can keep track of your lessons and your deadlines in our unit. So I love to be organized, and I want you to feel like you can be organized in English 10 as well. And so on the front of your packet, you're going to see a calendar of our whole unit, and it lists out each target deadline throughout the unit, and it also gives us the hard deadline at the end of the unit and when our summatives are due. So looking at the calendar is a great way to keep yourself organized. On the inside of the front cover of our packets, you'll also see our objectives calendar. And this actually lists out each lesson. So you'll see 0.1, which is what you're working on right now. Our target deadline is September 6th. And then over here, students have loved using this as a checklist in the past so that they can actually check off or cross off each step that they've completed, and they can see what they still need to complete in that lesson. Something else I want to talk about is what you'll see in your packet as must do, should do, and aspire to do assignments. Your must do assignments are the things that you absolutely have to do in each lesson in order to take the mastery check and then move on. If you only complete must do's, you're going to get 4 out of 5 points for that lesson. In order to get 5 out of 5 points on each lesson, you'll do the should do assignment. You'll see should do's listed after the must do's, and this is a little bit extra practice for you. If you want an even further extension and you want to practice even more and also earn some bonus points or some extra credit points, that's when you're going to do the aspire to do assignments. Aspire to do assignments are going to be found in this yellow folder, and I will point out where this is going to be in the classroom. But aspire to do's are a great thing to try if you have some extra time. Maybe you finish a little bit ahead of your classmates, and aspire to do's are a great thing to check out if you have some extra time. You'll see these signs in your packet. So if it says must do, you have to do that in order to take your mastery check. If you see should do, I would encourage everyone to do the should do's. And then aspire to do's is kind of that extra bonus material. The more activities you complete, the higher your grade is going to be in English 10. Mastery checks and everything you complete in your packet is all formative work, which means it's going to be 30% of your grade. Formatives are super important because it's how we practice and build the skills that we need in order to be successful on our summatives. Summative assessments are going to be worth 70% of our grade. And in English 10, your summatives will usually look like a written essay. Sometimes it'll be a project or a presentation, but it'll always involve reading and writing skills. And remember, you're only eligible for the summative assessment if you show mastery or you pass all of your mastery checks by the unit hard deadline. If you don't meet the hard deadline, so you haven't mastered your mastery checks by the hard deadline, then your grade on the summative is automatically going to turn into a 50%. So that's what we call the 50% rule in English 10. If you don't meet your hard deadline and you aren't eligible for the summative, you're going to get 50% on it. And you'll be able to improve your grade in the next unit. I want to go over our classroom expectations so that you know what's expected of you and of all of us in English 10. The first one is super important to me. I want everyone to treat yourself and others with kindness and respect. This is a non-negotiable for me. Some examples of doing this: if you see that someone near you is having a bad day, maybe you should give them space, let them be, and or you can ask if they need support. I want you to speak kindly to yourself and to others, respect everyone in this classroom space. The second expectation is to stay positive. I know that we're going to have some off days, and I don't expect you to be positive every single day, but I do expect you to have a positive mindset about yourself and others, to believe that you're capable of being successful in this class. I expect that you're going to use your time efficiently. If you're using your time efficiently in class, you really shouldn't have homework for English 10. You can get it done in class if you're using your time efficiently. I want us to set goals at the beginning of class that you can accomplish. I want us to use the pacing tracker to stay on pace. I want us to make sure that we are using our time efficiently. Fourth expectation is that if you have a question, I need you to ask it. I can't read your mind, so I don't know when you don't understand or when you're stuck. And you have a lot of resources to ask questions. If you're confused, I really encourage you to ask your classmates around you. They can help answer all of your questions. If you're still confused, talk to me. Come up to the Teacher Hub, ask those questions. And you can also always come to English 10 HLL, Mondays, 5B. I'm happy to answer all your questions. Finally, if you cause a problem, I expect you to fix it. For example, you spill over your water bottle. It's okay, it happens, but clean it up, right? Get some paper towels, clean up the problem. If you bump into someone, say sorry, right? So in English 10, we have clear plans for our deadlines, for how we're going to get grades, how to get help, and expectations so that we can all be successful in this class this year.